Room 402. I'm lying on the bed, still wearing my coat. It's freezing in here, but the cold isn't coming from the window. It's coming from deep inside my chest. Have you ever felt the ground beneath your feet turn into a swamp? You take a step, expecting the earth to hold you, but your foot just sinks into a thick, black void. That's been my life for the last 3 weeks. Ever since the moment my hand shook as I typed his name into the search bar, not just his name, but the name of his town. I'm staring at the ceiling. There's a yellow water stain in the corner. I've been studying its contours for an hour. It looks like an island where I lived for 2 years, thinking it was a continent. 2 years. God, how much can you do in 730 days? You can learn a language, you can grow a garden, or you can simply let another person rewrite your memory. Adam came to me on Saturdays, every single Saturday. It was our ritual. I'd wake up early to brew that specific coffee with cinnamon he loved. I remember the sound of his keys in the lock. He never rang the bell. He had his own set. That sound was my definition of safety. The metallic click-click, the heavy footsteps in the hallway, the smell of the cold wind on his jacket, and his voice, "I'm home, Marina." I'm home. What a cruel irony. His home was here, 4 hours away, where 2 children are now sleeping, children he kissed before coming to me. The phone on the nightstand vibrates. It's him. Another message. I don't look, but I know what's there. "Hey babe, I'll be free early tomorrow. Maybe we can order that pizza?" I feel my fists clenching so hard my nails dig into my palms. He's writing this while sitting in his living room, on the same sofa I saw in his wife's photos on social media. In the background of that photo, there was a playpen and scattered Lego bricks. I stand up and walk to the window. I pull back the heavy, dusty curtain. A strange city, strange lights. Somewhere out there, 5 kilometers away, stands his church. I saw it on the community website, Light of Hope. White walls, a high spire, welcoming signs at the entrance. He works there as a coordinator. He is the face of that hope. I remember how he told me about his work. His eyes would light up. "You know," he'd say, "sometimes people just need someone to listen without judgment. Someone to remind them they are worthy of love." How beautifully he sang. I believed every word. I was proud of him. I thought, I have the best man in the world. Deep, faithful, honest. I even justified his refusal to introduce me to his friends. His world is too strict, I thought. He's just protecting me from gossip. Tomorrow, I will become his biggest piece of gossip. I open the wardrobe. My dress is hanging there. I spent 3 hours picking it out. I didn't want to be the scorned woman. I wanted to be a mirror. Tomorrow is Sunday. At 10 in the morning, the service will begin. I imagine him walking into the hall. He'll smile at the parishioners, shake hands with the elderly, pat children on the head, and then he'll see me. It's not the scandal that scares me. It's the moment the mask slips off his face. What will I see? Anger? A plea? Or just emptiness? I don't know what pushed me to get in the car and come here. Anger? Probably. No, mostly. A hunger for reality. For 2 years, I was a ghost in his life. The invisible woman summoned on weekends. Tomorrow, I will materialize, right in the middle of his world of light. I don't want to destroy anything. I just want the lie to stop breathing. The morning came abruptly, a gray, cold Sunday morning. I didn't eat. My stomach was tied in a knot. I just drank water and watched the city wake up. 9:45 a.m. I left the hotel. The church was only a 10-minute walk. I walked down the sidewalk, and it felt like people were turning to look at me. Do they know? Can they see the mark of the other woman on my face? And then I saw him. He was standing on the steps, in that same gray suit I helped him pick out 6 months ago. He was laughing, talking to an elderly man. Next to him stood Ellen. She was adjusting his collar. with the exact same gesture I used to use. At her feet, a little girl in a pink coat was twirling around. He looked so domestic, so at home here. I felt like a monster coming to smash this dollhouse. For a second, I wanted to turn and run, but then Adam raised his head. He didn't see me in the crowd, but on his face, I saw that familiar look of boredom he sometimes had on Sunday evenings when he prepared to leave me. That was him, my Adam, the liar, the actor who was tired of his role but kept playing because the set was too expensive. I took a deep breath. Inside the church, it was warm and quiet, the smell of wax and old wood. I sat in the third row. Ellen was right in front of me. I could see the back of her head. Then he came out. Adam walked up to the pulpit. He opened the book and scanned the room. He looked right at me. This time, he recognized me. I saw the color slowly drain from his face. He froze. A dead silence fell over the hall. I stood up. The sound of the bench sliding back was deafening. "Adam," I said. My voice was quiet, but everyone heard it. "We need to finish our conversation from yesterday. Here, in front of all these people you lie to so perfectly." Ellen turned around. Adam gripped the pulpit. "Adam, who is this woman?" she asked. "Ellen, honey, sit down. This is a mistake. She's clearly not well," Adam shouted back, his voice cracking. "Leave. We will call the police if you don't stop this circus." "The police?" I said. "Call them. Let them hear how you rented an apartment for the weekends and called it outreach seminars. Let them hear how you promised we'd get married once you finished a big project. Was your project your family, Adam? 10 years of service?" I showed her the phone, the photos, the messages. Ellen looked at the screen. Her face aged 10 years in seconds. She looked up at him. "The only one who understands you," she whispered, reading his text to me. "Adam, this was the day of our daughter's graduation. You said you were stuck on the highway. You sent me a photo of a flat tire." "Get out!" Ellen screamed. Not at me, at him. "Get out of this hall, and out of our house. Don't you dare touch me with those hands." The aftermath was a blur. They let him out. I went back to the hotel. That evening, my phone exploded. Adam called 30 times. "Are you happy?" he screamed into the phone when I finally picked up. "You destroyed everything. They kicked me out. Ellen won't let me in. I lost everything." "You didn't lose it, Adam," I replied. "You just finally paid the bill. You've been living on credit for 2 years. Time's up." "I love you," he suddenly yelled. It was so fake it made me laugh. I was going to leave her anyway. "Come pick me up at the station. Let's go away. Let's start over." He was pathetic. He sat at the station for 3 hours with a single bag. I drove past him on my way out of town. He was just a small-time con artist who got caught. A month has passed. She didn't forgive him. He lost his house, his job, his holy reputation. He tried to come to my door with lilies. I didn't open. I looked at him through the peephole and felt nothing but slight disgust. This story isn't about love. It's about the moment you decide it's better to be shattered by the truth than held together by someone else's lies. I'm driving now. The road is long, but for the first time my car is light because there's nothing in the trunk that doesn't belong to me.